My friends at Gala Games fam, we have to have a talk because this is something as a creator that I've been thinking about for quite some time. And in fact, it's the transition of all transitions from a token-based creator to a creator that kind of just makes content based on gameplay. This is Classic Crypto Gaming, and as you may or may not know, we cover primarily Gala games on the channel. Now, I do have to disclose that we have a non-exclusivity agreement with Gala Games, which means that sometimes we have sponsored videos on Gala Games. However, it's not always. In fact, this video here is not sponsored by Gala Games. We could essentially cover anything we want, and that would be perfectly fine. So if you're asking questions based on that, then that would be your answer. But overall, we've been covering Gala Games for over a year now. It's been the thing that I love the most, and only recently did we end up getting sponsored, so as always, we're grateful for that opportunity. But I want to tell you guys the truth about my stance on Gala Games, because I think people think this channel was just created to pump tokens, and the reality is that that's not really true. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys my strategy. If you guys like the content, like and subscribe as always. But this is a conversation that I've had with a lot of creators over time. And so let me throw it back here for a second and give you guys the origin story here. So we were an Axie Infinity creator back in the day. We really liked Axie Infinity. We made a bunch of money off Axie Infinity, and then we noticed that Axie Infinity was kind of going into the dust. It was a DeFi protocol, and the developers were essentially ignoring the player base in terms of what was going on and the looming issues therein. Now, this was why I sold my Axies, my most popular video. Sure, we have a Gala video in between there, but in general, we called out Axie Infinity back in September. It was very early on in the downfall of SLP. So we got it really early on. Now, there are several tokens within Gala Games that are essentially going through the same thing. But my stance on all this has kind of changed. I don't own that much Gala token. Maybe this is a weird thing to say, and maybe it's a weird thing to admit here, but I don't own a lot of Gala. I own a lot of NFTs from Gala Games because I genuinely enjoy the games that they offer. You should buy an asset because you feel they're worth it for the experience, not for the passive income they can offer you. And maybe this is a shot at whales or anything else, but the matter of the fact is that you're getting into a gaming ecosystem right now that doesn't really know what works yet. A lot of the things that they're doing are experimental. And so you should understand this when you're buying into these NFTs or into these different assets within the ecosystem, that you're probably going to lose money. That's just the easiest way of explaining it. They're prioritizing games. And I think that's what needs to be said here. If you're following me because you think I'm going to pump your Gala bags 10x, you're probably in the wrong place. I'm here to play Gala Games. If you guys want Gala Games to perform well, right, whatever that means, that just means you guys got to be excited for the games, because the games are the success story. Us proving to the world that Web3 games can become something more than just me going out there and talking about Gala burns and how that's going to 10x the token price, and then going over to CoinMarketCap and then be like, okay guys, well, let's go ahead and check out the Gala token today and see how it's performing. And then we go here and be like, oh no, it's down 10%. It's at 4.1 cents. It's okay though, the volume's up and all these different things. The reality is, I don't really care. This thing could go down 99% and I would still be covering Gala Games. This thing could go up 3,000%, and it honestly would not change my stance on how I feel about Gala Games, because either way, I am excited not for the token and how it's going to do, but rather, I am excited about the 50 plus games that Gala Games is currently producing at the same time with all of its external publishers. I'm excited for Mirandus and its playtest in March. I'm excited for Superior coming out with its full release. I'm excited for Spider Tank's tournaments to come out and balancing patches to fix the game. And overall, that's what I'm excited for. That's what brings the passion and really the fire with Web3 games. Because guess what? If these games don't do well, then your token is not going to do well. So you have to be excited for these games. This is what the story is. And so what I'm trying to say here is you need to stop focusing so much on burning and tokenomics changes and all these different things, and instead focus on, what is going on within the games. You guys need the latest and greatest gaming news to make sure that you understand what is really going on within this ecosystem and why we're actually excited for this kind of stuff. Because guess what? Here's a news flash. Most of these Web3 games are nowhere near finishing, but Gala Games has 4 games that are live right now that you can play. In fact, Some of them are on the App Store. I mean, Dragon Strike is on the App Store. Meow Match is on the App Store. Sure, they're basic games, but guess what? There's an audience for that. I know my mom would love playing Meow Match. I mean, that's just a fact. Okay, so there is a market demand for these games. And that's what you guys need to be looking forward to. When you support creators, you need to make sure that they align with the vision that Gala is doing. And Gala has said time and time again that they are not focusing on the token price. I made a tweet a couple days ago, and it was talking about the fact that I said, hey, if crypto gaming tokens are existing, most of them are going to inhibit a gaming studio's ability to just make a good game and force them to focus on ways to pump their token. When you guys are constantly complaining, or anybody's constantly complaining about the price of a token, or how this token's going to do this, or how this token's going to do that in crypto, not only does it make our industry look like a bunch of scammers and a bunch of just like Ponzi schemers, but it just doesn't get us anywhere. It pressures developers to make moves that they don't want to make. Instead, you should let them do their work. We should be in accordance to, the news on the game and all the different developments coming up, and then you can benefit from it, because that's what's going to happen. It's literally going to happen no matter what people say. And I feel like the priorities, just in general, aren't there. Of course, Jason Bitbanner Brink, he actually said, I disagree with this. For us, it's about utility. This wasn't a bash at all, at Gala, by the way. This just in general was just like, I feel like most crypto gaming tokens stop a good gaming studio's ability to just make a good game, because they feel pressured to constantly put things out there for the gaming token, when in all reality, they should just be able to put their heads down, focus on the games, give you those playtests, give you those great AMAs, and just give you a great experience overall. If you guys didn't know, I mean, if you were just focused on the token, you wouldn't know this, but there is a bunch of Spider Tanks tournaments that are going to be coming out. And in fact, there's in-person events that might feature Spider Tanks. I mean, we're working on it. But these are all active developments that have literally, in the history of cryptocurrency gaming, have never existed before. These are opportunities that are opening up before our very own eyes to make products like Gala Games that much better, to make these gaming studios actually comparable with, these huge different marketplaces like Epic Games and Steam that currently control a majority of the market share in gaming. So for us to tap into this stuff, it's why we're here. It's really why we're here. This is the real reason why I'm here. I'm not here to pump your tokens. I am here to cover Gala Games. I'm here to cover that stuff. And, at the end of the day, I guess we benefit from everything, right? Everybody benefits from all this stuff. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section if you guys want to support the channel. We've got the link in the description. It's links.gala.com/classycrypto. You go there, it brings you up to the affiliate link, and you guys can support the channel. But let me know what you guys think. As always, stay safe, stay classy, and that's all.